Hello and welcome back. I'm Rebecca Patton and I'm here with Roger Dinner and Suzette and Cecil, and we're talking about ADR. They're from the ADR Institute of Ontario and we're talking about mediation.
Question. If, say someone wants to hire a mediator, how do they go about doing that? I mean, do they go to the phone book or what do they do? You know, like to get a qualified one? Somebody who's done the courses. There are courses that
Yes.
members have to take, right?
Yes, definitely. So to become a member of our institute, you do have to take a course and be in good standing and practicing. And so once you're a member, the public can access a database that we have, and they can just put in the area, what they're looking for, and because we have 2,000 members really across Canada, about 1,000 in Ontario, they get a lot of people that will sort of appear, and then they can choose from that. So that's one way.
So is the ADR Institute of Ontario, is that kind of like a regulator of the profession?
No, the profession is actually not regulated. Basically, if you take a course and you're out of that, you become a mediator, you can start practicing. What we've been doing is basically giving an accreditation process so people can become qualified mediators, they can become chartered mediators, and they can sort of have a journey of growing in their profession through the courses that we may offer.
Okay, so how do you ensure that if someone is a mediator and is a member of the ADR Institute of Ontario, how do you ensure that they're good quality mediators?
That's a very good question. One of the things that we do require in our membership is that they take an ethics course, and so that really helps. Also, we have sort of throughout the year a lot of different courses that they can take. They can meet with others, and through those processes, people grow in their profession. They learn, and sort of become better and better in their practice.
Roger, you've taken courses,
Yep.
and you're a paralegal. So let's just end by talking a little bit about how potentially paralegals could help or assist in mediation.
I think Cecil,
qualified.
Well, I
And
think
Cecil's a paralegal as well.
Cecil's a paralegal as well, and I think it would probably be better if Cecil explained about what a paralegal can bring to the table, shall we say, in the mediation process.
Because Cecil said that, you got to pretend now you're not a paralegal.
Well, yeah, you got to pretend
when
that
you do
you're
that.
not.
So what's the advantage, though? Do you think that there's an advantage for that?
Absolutely there is. At the end of the day, the paralegal, if they're representing the client, the paralegal may have two roles. One is the mediator. When they're not representing anybody, they are the facilitator of the process, or they may be the representative of one of the parties. The advantage is the paralegal, as the representative, will be able to save costs for their clients. You don't have to pay the cost of going through the preparation for a trial and that kind of stuff.
Right.
You go to the mediation, and yes, the client would have to pay your costs for attending the mediation, but it's far cheaper than doing a 1-day, 2-day, or a 3-day trial.
Sounds like a lot of the skills for a paralegal and a mediator are the
Overlap.
same.
Well, they overlap to a certain extent, because
Yes.
I think in small claims, for instance, okay, we have settlement conferences,
Yes.
which are basically, in my opinion, and probably yours as well, a form of mediation, I would think. Would you not? Would you agree with that?
Yes, but one thing I want to say too about the paralegal is a subject matter expert. And the client who retains a paralegal, that paralegal who is governed by the Law Society of Upper Canada and regulated for the most part the same way as lawyers are, is obligated to represent their clients based on the Law Society expectations. And they are expected to be subject matter experts. So if I retain Roger as my paralegal to represent me, Roger is coming with me to that mediation as my subject matter expert. So he'd be able to advise me. But the decision is mine. Once we get to the mediation, that decision is mine, and I will seek advice from him. Roger would advise me on the subject matter expertise, but the decision in terms of settlement is usually mine, guided by the expertise from my paralegal.